Gonna ruin Christmas, Brad, I'm telling you.
The only person that can ruin your Christmas is looking back at you from that mirror.
Hello everyone and welcome to our review of Daddy's Home 2, the sequel to Daddy's Home 1.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought indeed. Anyway, let's get into bloody not spoiling this movie and then spoiling it later.
You're welcome. Anyway, what's to not spoil about this?
Well, it's no spoiler to say that this is a very repetitive movie and not as good as the first.
Yeah, I mean, it basically follows the same plot point of, oh wait, there's a dad.
There's a dad, there's another dad. And, oh, what you mean, two dads? You can't have that. What are you, gay?
What, different families? Oh, what is this?
Oh, who'd have thought?
Go back to the 1950s.
Oh.
Anyway, repetitive.
Very repetitive. It repeats itself a lot. It just reiterates exactly what the first one did.
No, like, it just basically follows the same plot, but in a Christmas theme.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason they moved location was just so that you couldn't draw that comparison to the first one.
It didn't work, because you did it.
It didn't work, because I caught them out, because I'm just too smart for them. That's right, Will Ferrell. Yeah, just Will Ferrell. I don't think Mark Wahlberg wrote this.
Should have watched the credits.
Oh, I should have read the credits, really. I don't know, he just doesn't strike me as a man that writes comedy. Then again, he's in a few comedies, isn't he?
That's not the point.
Not the point. Anyway, Will Ferrell, what are you doing? Maybe Mark Wahlberg did write this one after Will Ferrell wrote the first.
So I've got a great idea for a movie. It's like Daddy's Home.
But two. Double the daddies, double the mayhem.
And Will Ferrell was like,
I love it!
starts tearing. I was like, oh, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, you're doing it, Marky Mark. Anyway, yeah.
I'm sure that's exactly what happened behind the scenes.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, the first one is funnier. This one doesn't really have any kind of original jokes. Most of its jokes are just the same joke from the first one in a different setting.
No, I'd say it had original jokes. It just wasn't...
They went a standout, I suppose. Like, what if Mark Wahlberg was the one that felt awkward and emasculated? What if Mark Wahlberg's car was the one that got smashed in at the back? Shit like that. Also, I feel like you can't really watch this without watching the first one, like the nature of it. But I suppose we'll go into that in our famous segment. Who is this for? But anyway, I'll just dance around there. To me, Mel Gibson's character felt quite inconsistent. Now, to be fair, I could level this issue at Mark Wahlberg's character in the first one, but it was especially apparent with Mel Gibson's because he was meant to be like, not only was he like the tough, cool, hard man or whatever, like Mark Wahlberg was in the first one, he's also old and, you know, sexist.
That makes him cooler.
That makes him cool. No, it makes him even more set in his ways. And, you know, this character seemed to grow and change out of just nothing. Like, he'd be against the slightest thing of the co-daddy relationship 1 minute, and then the next minute he'd be like, this is fine, I'm just gonna, you know, manipulate this. Whereas that's not really what that guy's tactics would have been, really. At least that's the sense I got of him. Like, he's old, he's set in his ways, he's Mel Gibson, so, you know, he's method acting in real life for the last 20 years.
For being an absent father.
No, I'm being a prick. No. Look, the stories. Anyway. Yeah, no, I just felt like 1 minute he was against all of their shit, and the next he was, like, fine with certain aspects of it, and it's just he kind of flip-flopped the most. I'd say, of all the characters.
I didn't really notice that in terms of inconsistency. I noticed that in terms of what his character was doing and what his goal was and whatever, but that's not inconsistency, that came down to plan.
Yeah. I mean...
So it depends how you look at it. I don't know.
Yeah, you could say it's a progression of this character, like he's developed or whatever, but he just he doesn't gradually become more on board with it. He just, he has moments of being on board and not being on board, and then eventually, at the end, he is, or not.
Don't ruin it.
Let's not spoil this. Anyway,
I think we've not spoiled this enough.
I think we've not spoiled this to the best of our ability. Anyway, what would you rate it out of 5 noises?
I'd give it about a 3.
Yeah, 3 out of 5.
Nice.
We agreed upon that?
Yeah.
As co-reviewers, are we making this decision together?
Which one is the step reviewer?
Well, I'm editing it, so you're the fucking step review.
No, it doesn't make you the step one, because you're taking most of the responsibilities, and I'm an absent father.
Yeah, you're very absent from the real work that goes on here. You're just here for the conception. You're the Mark Wahlberg of this review series. Yeah. That's terrible.
That makes you Will Ferrell.
I don't mind being Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell's a cool man.
Are you gonna cry next time I edit something? I'm so proud of you.
I did cry the first time you edited one, and that's why you don't do it anymore.
You cried because it was awful.
Anyway, we'll gloss over that.
Relationship issues aside.
Yes. Let's move on to our now famous segment.
Three reviews it's been in and now it's famous.
I know, it's just that good. Our now famous segment, Who Is This For? Yes, that's right. The segment in which we explain to you who this is and is not for. So, who do you think it's for?
Fans of the first movie. Mm-hmm. Like most sequels.
Yes. But the difference between this movie and most sequels is this is exclusively for people who've seen the first one. It doesn't really stand on its own.
I think you can watch it on its own, but you might be a bit confused with whose dad is who.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can glean it out of context, but it would take you like half the movie to get it all kind of straight out in your head. Uh-huh. So that would be annoying. But also, again, because this movie is just a straight up carbon copy of the first one, watching the first one and then this makes that just blatantly apparent. So it's a catch-22, really. Do you watch the first one and be bored kind of a little bit, or not watch it and be confused? Maybe still a little bored. I don't know.
It doesn't really matter. Anyway, who else is this for?
Comedy fans, particularly Will Ferrell fans, families but not too young. There's some swearing in there for the kids. Just
Oof, naughty words.
naughty language.
You know who else this is for, Moo? Kids who gotta fucking pay attention.
That's right. Not kids who are gonna fucking bring in a light-up toy in this. Do you know what? Right, we're making a fucking point here. I'm going on one of my famous tangents that we usually cut out, so it's not famous. But basically, we were sat in the fucking cinema, and about halfway through the movie, this kid, I guess they got bored or whatever, and the parent decides to give them their favourite toy, and it's just this glow-in-the-dark, light-up fucking flashy ball thing.
You know what it was? It was like, you know those little tiny lights that you put for parties, and it kind of puts colourful lights
and it's red and it's blue and it's green, like
it's not even a toy, it's a party decoration.
Yeah, and she was just fucking staring into it as well, intently. The fuck is wrong with you and your child?
But yeah, so like, the cinema turned into like a little disco, but no one was having fun.
Yeah, I'm not holding that against the movie, you know, or anything like that. I just want to put that in there because I feel like I need to get this off my chest.
He's angry, boys.
Angry! Anyway, I've rambled enough. I finally cut it down to the right length, this rant.
Good job. We don't have to cut this one out.
Yay. Shall we spoil it now?
I suppose.
Yes. Okay, into spoilers. This movie is quite repetitive and just kind of reiterates the same points over and over again.
Oh, you already said that.
Yes. That's what I've been saying the whole review. It's exactly the same. It's more or less... They do all the same jokes, like, you know, the car gets smashed in by Will Ferrell being an idiot and getting, you know, hurt on a piece of machinery.
Let's call it machinery.
On a piece of machinery, like in the first one. Christmas happens. That happened in the first one. There's the airport bit where they're waiting, and then the cool dad turns up and he's not really into all this.
Then there was that other guy at the airport who's just...
there was that other guy at the airport who's like a driver or something. He's like, see, senor. What's his deal?
There's all the tough dad learning how to be a soft, nice dad.
John Cena's in it. He was in the first one.
Will Ferrell was in this.
Will Ferrell was in it.
He was in the first one.
Wow, they really fucking beat us over the head with Will Ferrell being in it, don't they? They just feel like, they should have kept him out of it. I mean, putting him in the first one was enough. But, no, I noticed all these examples while watching it that I can't recall now.
In the credits, they played the radio station.
103.6, the Panda.
They did. Do you know what? The main thing that was absent from this, I feel, that was absent from the first one, and I know it's weird to say, they could have done with repeating this, is Hannibal Buress's character, Griff.
He was great.
Griff, I really liked him. He'd just fucking turn up with like some cereal or something because he's living in the house. And he's like, I don't like you. I'm on his side. I'm on Mark Wahlberg's side.
Yeah, he was a good character. I just don't see how we would have fit in with this.
Unless he
knocked on the door being like, can I come for Christmas?
Yeah, it would have been really funny if they'd brought him along. Or even just like, you know, he knocks on the door before they're about to leave and he's like, hey guys, can I come? And Mel Gibson's like, no. You know, because he's racist in real life, so...
It's not even his character, it's just Mel Gibson.
That's Mel Gibson.
Maybe that's why Griff wasn't in it. It was just like
yeah,
Mel
maybe
Gibson.
that's
It was
why,
just
yeah.
like,
Do you know what?
nah.
There really weren't many black people in this.
I mean, I didn't notice any. There were none insignificant roles.
Mel Gibson, what have you done?
Tainted it!
Anyway.
Soiled it! Soiled it!
Soiled it. Soiled it. Soiled it. Soiled it. Soiled it. Like this review. We've soiled it. Anyway, anything else to add?
I mean, the general plot was just like, eh.
But the general plot was the same as the first one, so you can't...
Yeah, but I mean, except like now, they were like, it's Christmas, let's go to a cabin, and also, why are we in the cinema?
Yeah, you felt the cinema bit broke the fourth wall, didn't you?
Slightly. I mean, like, it didn't directly break the fourth wall, it didn't speak to the audience. But the thing is,
They made a joke about Liam Neeson's career. That was pretty good.
No, but like, the whole fourth wall thing, they were like, oh, we're always going to the cinema and we don't really pay attention to anyone else there. Take a look around, look at all the other people in the cinema. But like,
The
obviously...
thing is, that's the point of a cinema.
Yeah, like, you don't pay attention to anyone, but the thing is, why, if you're watching this in a cinema, and they're like, well, we always go to the cinema, pay attention to the people around you. Look around you, everyone. And everyone... Like, I think I noticed a few people in the cinema.
Did you look around? I looked around. I looked around, I was like, ooh.
I didn't, but I noticed people like in the front kind of being like, no, there are people here.
The thing is, I looked around and I looked to my left and I saw you, and then I looked to the right and down the end was that child who fucking disrupted the movie, and I was like, so, you know, people can fuck off. That's what I've learned from this movie.
This is a movie about loving family and even strangers. You're like, everyone can fuck up.
People can fuck off.
Right, bye.
See ya. All done?
Well, I'm leaving now, apparently, so yeah.
Okay, well, if you're leaving, I suppose I should wrap this up. Anyway, we've enjoyed this. Hopefully you have.
Probably didn't.
Probably didn't. Yeah, 3 out of 5. Okay, bye.